Well, another topic that we'd like to discuss today is general insurance. Now, there have been a lot of announcements with respect to the auto renewal of your policy. If you've not been able to, sort of make the payments by the 31st of March, so you have another 21 days. But firstly, does that apply to all? Secondly, you may be having the Sanjeevani Arogya policy, which was announced, of course, a very simple policy which every insurance company now has to offer, health insurance plan, but I'm sure you must be wondering if that covers COVID-19. Well, let's get all of this answered. We have with us Tarun Mathur, Chief Business Officer of General Insurance with PolicyBazaar.com. Tarun, thank you for joining us today on the Money Show. I think I'll start off first with the Sanjeevani Arogya policy. It was something that was very publicized as well. I remember we had a chat about the Sanjeevani Arogya, very simple product. But just for the benefit of all our viewers who are watching right now, what makes this product unique compared to a regular Mediclaim or a health insurance policy?
You see, the Arogya Sanjeevani is it's a product that's designed by the IRDA for the consumers with a standard set of tenets. So what we're saying is that the features of every plan will be exactly the same. They're very well designed, so it's not like it's a poor plan or it doesn't have all the features. It has all the features that we see in the regular plans. But the thing is, it's going to be standard across all companies. So what you will see is that company A, B, and C will have this very, very same product. So the judgment on which plan to buy now falls in the consumer's lap to decide which company does it trust with the claim, with the service, and with the price. So somewhere I think this is really going to give a large boost to the fence sitters who weren't buying health insurance right now. Although COVID-19 has woken up the general masses and people are thinking, health insurance because, as we know, the amount of money we spent on healthcare is very low as a country. So now people are actually thinking health insurance because it's the only product which kind of explains it. And here you have a plan which covers all the basic necessities of health insurance and is anywhere between 35 to 50% cheaper than the standard plans. Of course, there are some things which are limited, which are there in the regular plans that you get from insurance companies, but they aren't as important as the whole cover itself. So I think it's a very positive move. I think the product is great. I think it will be in the customer interest to buy it because here you don't have to understand one feature over the other. And health is a complex product. To understand each and every cover, what does it have? What does it mean for me? Do I need it? If my family is different. This is one product which covers almost everything, and all you need to decide is which company you want to go with. So your comparison points are price, service, and claims. So I think that should really, really declutter the whole environment.
Okay, all right. Now, I just want to understand, Tarun, will the Sanjeevani Arogya policy, let's say if I bought it when, the government sort of announced it and the IRDA started, asking insurance companies to sell. So will this cover, a case where, God forbid, I'm tested or anybody's tested COVID positive? Will the insurance company, rather, will the Sanjeevani Arogya policy pay out on the day I'm tested COVID positive? Or will it pay out only after I've incurred certain expenses to treat myself from coronavirus?
See, whether it is Arogya Sanjeevani or any other indemnity-based health insurance you have, it will cover you for COVID-19 or any other disease which requires hospitalization. So you must understand there is a hospitalization benefit that is there. So you buy a plan anywhere between 1 lakh to 5 lakhs on the Arogya Sanjeevani. If you get hospitalized, then pre and post will be covered. There will be some tests which are involved, which will also be covered in the pre-hospitalization. There is the hospitalization event, whatever it costs, will be covered up to the limit of your premium, which here in this case, let's say you bought a 5 lakh rupee plan, will cover up to 5 lakh rupees. So yes, COVID-19 will be covered, not under just the Arogya Sanjeevani, but any other health insurance plan that you would have bought. It's a standard cover, and I'm saying, of course, the question is targeted towards COVID cases, but it will also cover any other case where you have, for any reason, being hospitalized for. So I think that the health insurance part is very standard, and every health insurance policy has the same covers available.
So basically, every health insurance policy will cover coronavirus. Just to get that clear, if I have a health insurance my company cannot deny me a claim if I get coronavirus, right? Just to basically put that in on the record.
Yes. So see, COVID-19 coronavirus is not a pre-existing disease. The only limitation that anybody who's just bought health insurance faces is that if they have any pre-existing disease, there could be a waiting period for that. It is generally in the tune of anywhere between 2 to 4 years, and that depends from policy to policy. But if you bought a policy and you did not have coronavirus already, then under the clause, it will cover your COVID-19 treatment as well.
Okay, understood. All right. Now, of course, I want to talk to you about the costing. Just to sort of reiterate on that, the Arogya Sanjeevani. What exactly is the costing like? How does the premium sort of pan out versus any other mediclaim policy?
See, like I mentioned before, the cost of the plan is anywhere between 35% to 50% cheaper than the normal plans that are there for any one company. It ranges anywhere from 5,000 rupees to 12,000 rupees, depending on how many people are covered. So for a one adult, let's say 30-year-old, the premium will be about, for a 5 lakh plan, would be about 32% cheaper than its counterpart on any other plan that exists today. And if you look at it, the pricing is a very fair pricing, right? The reason it's lower is because it has very small limitations, right? What are those limitations? One is that there's a co-payment involved in the policy. Then there is this fact that it will have a capping on the room rent of about 2% of the sum insured, which is not there in a lot of the other plans that we're comparing it against. You will see that for all of these policies, there are a lot of healthcare benefits that come with other plans that will not be present. But these, like I said, aren't very serious covers not to have. There are no deductibles in the plan. It covers everything from hospitalization to Ayush to let's say cataract surgery up to a certain limit. It has pre-hospitalization and post-hospitalization expenses covered for. So I think it's quite a great plan. And if you save 35% on these, just a few points that are not there, it's the way to go. So I would actually recommend this plan to anybody who's looking for a cover up to 5 lakh. The limitation here that kind of bothers me personally is the fact that it's limited to 5 lakh rupees. But I think that's the starting point, right? This product will also evolve, because I feel that anywhere between a 15 to 20 lakh cover, at least for urban India, is very, very important. I myself go for a 1 crore cover because I feel that when the disease does happen, it kind of takes it could be any cost, right? And there are illnesses here which could involve you staying in hospital for 14 to 15 days, where you could kind of start worrying about the fact that your cover is only limited to 5 lakhs. But what you're getting at the price that you're getting it for, Arogya Sanjeevani is a great, great, great deal.
Okay, that was actually going to be my next question. That about how much sum assured is enough. So you've got that covered as well. All right, now I want to talk about that new notification. If you could just clarify for us, the government has said that I'll allow renewal of your insurance policies. Till the 21st of April. Is that applicable to every insurance policy, Tarun?
No. So here's a bit of a confusion, and this has been clarified in multiple forums. What the IRDA, what the regulation is saying, or what the article is saying, is that if your policy, your third-party car insurance or your third-party motor insurance policy is expiring anywhere between 25th of March to 14th of April, which is essentially the lockdown period, then you have the ability to pay your third-party premium till 21st of April. Now, just taking a step back, what we're seeing is there are two parts of an insurance, car insurance policy. There is an own damage part, and then there's a third-party part, right? You also have third-party plans only, so you could not be covering your car. You could only be covering, let's say, the liability that comes about if you kind of have an accident with any third party. Only the third-party part you get an extension on. The own damage or the comprehensive policies will have to be paid on time. The renewal will have to be paid on or before the date of expiry of the insurance policy. If you fail to do that, then while the TP extension you get, and there is no problem there, to again renew your policy, you will have to get an inspection of your car done, because that's what happens in standard policies, right? If your car insurance policy expires, and it's crossed that date, then the insurance companies mandate you to take an inspection for the car and then submit it. And basis their approval, would they be able to kind of extend your policy? So for third-party policies, the circular is clear from 25th of March till 14th of April. If you've not paid for your third-party premium, you can pay till 21st of April. But if you have a comprehensive policy, I would implore you to kind of make the entire premium payment before the expiry itself.
All right, great. Thanks so much, Tarun, on that note, for giving us your take on tackling with insurance, health insurance as well, at such tough times. Well, with that, we'll wrap it up on this episode of The Money Show. Thank you for watching.